Hello everyone, I'm talking to you today from the Laser Life Care Institute, and we're talking about ways to protect yourself and those around you, thereby what we're hearing about today, protecting each other from either catching the infection or passing it on. Now, to me, it's nothing new that I can understand why it's not standard for us to wash our hands, to use ozone, to use products that are protecting us and enhancing our immune system all the time while being antiviral and suppressing the bad bacteria while expressing the good bacteria, creating that microbiome balance. And how do you enhance your immune system all the time, not just when there is a pandemic? There's always infections around. Everybody's catching infections all the time. The point is, how are you making yourself stronger? So don't be afraid, be aware. That's what I keep saying all the time. Don't beware, be aware. Be more conscious, be more proactive about your own health and those around you all the time. Whether you're a healthcare practitioner, whether you're a private clinic, hospital, or a nursing home, and of course at home as well. It could be the same in a kitchen, in a restaurant or whatever, using things that kill viruses, that kill bacteria, but without causing harm when they get to the human being. One of those main things is ozone. We were New Zealand's first ozonated practice back in, I don't know, 15 years ago now when I first opened the Institute, 2005, 2006. And since then, we've upgraded our ozone machines, obviously. So ozone is something that is very, very active and very, very well evidenced about its efficacy against viruses, bacteria, protozoa, fungi, everything, while having no residue and no negative impact on human beings at all. So why is not every clinic ozonated and using ozone water to rinse with, to wash their hands, to disinfect surfaces? I don't know. However, this is one thing that I want to show you today, what to do with ozone water. So this one here is an ozone generator that makes ozone on the spot. So we wash our hands with it all the time. And another thing I don't understand is, how is washing your hands properly a novelty? I guess it can be these days, everything's a novelty these days, but washing hands is quite standard for everybody really at home and in clinics, like I said. But if you smell the ozone, you'll understand exactly how much ozone is coming out of there. Obviously you can measure it in ppm and all these things, but you'll very quickly understand that this is how you can protect yourself, by washing hands, washing surfaces, washing devices, washing your glasses, whatever it is. Also, you can rinse with it and you can drink it. So we rinse with it ourselves, we give it to our guests to rinse with, we flush things with it, and we drink it. I'll actually show you how we drink it, just in case you're like, oh, really, you can drink ozone? Yes, you can. It's not something you drink all the time, every day, but once a day, once every few days, it's actually very good to drink. I'm thirsty anyway. It's been a long day at the practice. And if you have any worries that you're infected, or if you have the flu, or if you have clogged up nose, then what we do, we've been doing this for years, for our own family, for myself, for our guests if they ask, for their kids. So we just pull up some ozone water and flush our noses with it. Antiviral inside, because it's always the mucous membranes. So the mucosa inside your mouth, the mucous membranes inside your nose, that are the highest risk spot for where you catch viruses, you catch the bad bacteria, and if they stick, then they make you sick. If they can't stick, they can't make you sick. So keep protecting that all the time. To make it even more effective, we add some bicarbonate and some xylitol in there. Like I said, if it can't stick, it can't make you sick. So that removes the biofilm and makes it more slippery. Now, if you don't have ozone, and while these steps can go up to the tens of thousands, the big machine that we have downstairs is like $60,000 and all that, maybe not everyone will have that at home or even in the clinic. Nowadays, we have ozone taps that look like this with the ozone machine underneath it, that make ozone all the time when you turn the tap on for about $3,000. Message me and I'll let you know where you can get those. I don't sell them personally, I'll just guide you to where you can buy them. So you can have those at home, you can have them in the kitchen. We actually have ozone at home as well. Fantastic thing to have, ozone. The only thing is you cannot store it and you can't carry it around. It has to be made fresh all the time because it breaks down very quickly. But it has zero impact, negative impact on the human, and it has zero impact on the environment. It breaks down to oxygen and water only. So ozone, fantastic for rinsing, drinking, washing hands, washing surfaces, and objects like glasses or whatever, and for flushing noses, like I said. Now, on the day-to-day basis, though, you might not have access to it all the time, and like I said, you can't carry it around. So what do? What are some good antivirals that are biobalancing for the human? Please, for God's sake, do not rinse with alcohol or drink alcohol or hypochlorite, bleach, like a lot of people have been saying these days. Yes, they kill viruses, but they kill humans too. They are cytotoxic substances. Please don't do that. For surfaces, yes, use alcohol. We use it all the time here. We use alcohol, we use hypochlorite, we flush certain areas of teeth with hypochlorite. That's a whole different story. That's not for home use, that's not for daily use. Not for me, not for anyone. So what do you do on a daily basis? Something like our math rinse, which the alkaline math rinse, which is made for many things, but one of the main things it has is sodium chlorite. Look that up, sodium chlorite, antiviral. Look up chlorine dioxide, antiviral, because sodium chlorite breaks down to chlorine dioxide. Food grade, ingestible, drinkable, and basically not cytotoxic to humans, but very strongly, very potently antiviral. So just rinsing with this is a very strong antiviral, as well as killing bad bacteria while oxidizing the whole environment and creating an environment that allows the good bacteria to come back and flourish. So the math rinse is one thing. The totorol in the serum is also antiviral. Again, look up totorol, antiviral. The influenza virus, actually multiple strains of influenza virus have been tested against totorol, and if it works against one virus, it usually works against the others because it's not an antiviral drug. It's a suppressant for how viruses metabolize their substrates, basically. So if you use something with totorol in it, again, we're brushing our teeth and gums with it every day. You can apply it to all your mucosa. You can apply it externally on wounds. You can apply it into your nose. It's a serum. So you lick it, but also, I'm going to do this, even though people keep saying don't touch your face or your nose. When we have flus and or anybody has any issues in runny nose or anything like that, we just rub it inside the nose as well. So you rub it all around. I'm not going to look disgusting and push it all the way in, but really you push it all the way in, and because it sticks, it's got the oils in it, the coconut oil and cocoa butter, it sticks around onto your mucosa, totorol, amongst many other things that are good in there. So you can use it on any surface of the human body, internally or externally, because it's food grade, it's made for humans. Totorol is antiviral, amongst many other things that are in here. Sodium chlorite is antiviral. If you flush with this, and you can flush with it, the menthol might be a bit too strong in the nose, but you can still flush with it. Ozone doesn't have menthol, obviously, so it's not as strong inside your nose. Another thing that we have the totorol in are the mints. So you can actually use the mints to suck on them, as we do for freshening breath and alkalizing the mouth and preventing decay and remineralizing teeth. But actually there is, other than the magnesium and the calcium and the xylitol, there is totorol in these mints. So by sucking on them regularly, you're also reducing the risk for the viruses catching on to your mucosa and therefore either infecting you or being able to be passed on to others. So that's another thing that you can be doing and sucking on all the time. So I'll wash my hands very quickly because I want to show you something else that is very, very useful, not just as antiviral. What brought this discussion on is the antiviral component because of the coronavirus. However, like I said multiple times in this video, and always I say that, being aware and not beware. Always work on doing multiple things all the time that will make you better and stronger and more resilient without making you weaker though. So what else is an antiviral? Nitric oxide in the human body. Actually, follow me, let's walk through. Nitric oxide in the human body is a signaling molecule, it's a vasodilator, but also it's a very strong antiviral. Look up the research. Now, what promotes nitric oxide release from the mitochondria into the body? Red light therapy. So it's not just for pain reduction and cognitive enhancement and bioneurological enhancement and immune system enhancement and muscle building and anti-aging and collagen building and all these beautiful things and mitochondrial activation basically that happen with red light therapy, like with the novelty, but actually it releases nitric oxide out of the mitochondria into your endothelial cells, vasodilation. You actually see it and feel it. the increase in blood flow is measurable, the nitric oxide and the blood flow that happens from it. Well, nitric oxide is an antiviral. It doesn't last long, you can't store it, you can't buy it as such, you can only produce it internally. Well, there are ways you can inhale nitric oxide and all these things, but that's a ridiculous thing. It's much better to actually make it from inside by stimulating your own nitric oxide production. Now I'm salivating from all that, from all that menthol that I ingested. So nitric oxide production internally is more important as part of a whole, complete, holistic self-care and self-love system. So using the novelty regularly, the red light therapy, which we offer to obviously to all our team members. All our team members go in here all the time. They wash with the, I'll turn it off actually. They wash with the ozone therapy. They get all the products home. So us and the team are protected, and we're here safely to help you and serve you all the time. We're not closing down. We're not isolating ourselves. We're not scared of any guests coming in with infections or not, because we know that people always carry around viruses. Yes, still follow the common sense and current regulations. If you know you've been infected by anything really, stay home or go to the doctor, get treated and get well. However, most people don't know what they're carrying most of the time before and after coronavirus issues basically. So at all times, keep yourself protected, keep your team protected, keep those who you love protected, so you can also protect and help others and be productive all the time in society and in your life. So red light therapy, we offer that to everyone. Obviously our guests, like I said, included, for many things beyond just nitric oxide and antiviral. All the holistic oral care system, every product has something that's strongly antiviral in it. Use it all the time. The ozone, we have it here. You might find access to some things online basically, but if you want the best home or clinical taps for ozone, just hit me up with a message. I'll reply to you, show you where to get them. Like I said, I don't sell those. It's just something that I'm happy to share. I've been sharing this for years, and I got a lot of friends and colleagues into ozone as well as lasers over many, many years. So take care until I see you next time. Always aim to look better, feel better, and be better. Thank you.